So Luca, so charming and fun and beautiful and colorful. I am so excited to talk about it, you guys. Welcome to Geekly Goods. My name is Leo Rydell. Here we talk the latest in movies, TV shows, a little sprinkle of anime and gaming in there as well. And before we dive into this review for Luca, consider hooking your boy up with that HBO special. Y'all know what that is? That's the Hell Brother Al special. Hit that subscribe button, ding that bell, and hit like on this video for videos on the latest in those topics, you guys. And I am so excited today to review Luca. Luca is set in a beautiful seaside town on the Italian Riviera, and the original animation feature is a coming-of-age story about one young boy experiencing an unforgettable summer. He shares these adventures with his newfound friend, but all the fun is threatened by a deeply held secret that he is a sea monster from another world just below the water's surface. Now, the movie stars Jacob Tremblay as Luca, Jack Dylan Grazer as Alberto, Emma Berman as Julia, Maya Rudolph as Daniela, and Jim Gaffigan as Lorenzo. Y'all, I gotta start out with the good. Let's talk about this animation. It is beautiful, colorful. Pixar does it again, even in a smaller setting this time. Pixar does such an incredible job of bringing these different worlds to life. Even this small, tiny world in a little town on the Italian Riviera, it's so beautifully made. These greens, these blues, these colors are just so eye-opening and jaw-dropping. They're so good and they're so beautiful, and it's just so animated, so sharp. The style, the way that they're animated, the bigger heads with the smaller bodies, it looks so good, guys. And the sea monsters look cool as well, and somehow they just managed to make monsters look incredibly adorable. I mean, hey, Monsters Inc., we've seen it. This is another case where the monsters just look adorable and they look friendly and they look cool and cute, and they're really well colorized. I mean, the color choices that they use, the blues, the greens, the purple mixed, it's really well done, and it's just excellently animated. It's smooth. Man, just so good. And also, I want to talk about the story and how amazing it is. I don't want to spoil because I want you to check out Luca, but I love this story and how much it's about friendship and really accepting who you really are and not hiding who you truly are. It's so well captivated, and just what it says about friendship and the bonds that you make with your best friend are just so amazingly done. And I love the relationship between Luca and Alberto and how close they are as friends. They're just absolutely exciting together, and I like them on screen too. Great dynamic between Jack Dylan Grazer and Jacob Tremblay. I mean, they just do such a great job together. I really enjoyed that chemistry, and I enjoyed the friendship and what it has to say just about learning new things and exploring new things without hiding who you truly are. Such a beautiful message. Pixar does that again. They did it with Soul. They do it with every movie. There's such a beautiful hidden message behind it all, and I love what they do here with Luca. Greatly explored, great friendship, and of course the voice acting is awesome. Maya Rudolph, Jack Dylan Grazer, Jacob Tremblay, who is just getting more and more work. Really well done on the voice acting front, and just an overall really cool story. And I think the young actress who plays Julia was really talented as well. And I want to say this is her first outing in a big movie. It may not be, but it's one of her first outings. Like, she did a great job. So excellent job from the cast all around. And the characters are just super fun and super funny. You've got Alberto, who's more of the daring, brave, experienced character. And you've got Luca, who's just kind of literally the fish out of water, exploring the world. So it's just really well executed on most fronts. The music's great. So many things are so good. Another thing I wanted to say that's positive, I love how intimate it is. I love how small it is, and just how personal and personable it is to Luca and his discovery of the world. I love that they don't explore all these different countries, all these different places. No, it's just in that one little town. And I think that is such a great job on Pixar's part, because they usually make these big, larger than life worlds where it's WALL-E, Toy Story, even Toy Story. Yes, they make big worlds that can be explored. You know, you go to multiple settings, Pizza Planet, Andy's house. But in this, it takes place in one setting, and I love that. It reminds me of Ponyo in the sense that it's so well self-contained, and most Studio Ghibli films are. So it does a great job of keeping self-contained and small and giving us this fish out of water story. I love this movie, but there are a couple of issues that kept me from giving it a perfect 9 out of 10 or even 10 out of 10. So let's talk about what doesn't quite work in Luca. So unfortunately, while I love the trio of Giulia, Luca, and Alberto, I think a lot of the other characters are kind of underutilized, like Luca's parents. There's some things they have to say about the surface, and I just kind of wonder where that comes from, and they don't explore that a lot, and I think that there are a couple of things left behind when it comes to Luca's family history and how they feel about the surface. I don't want to dive too deep, but it's just because I want you to see this, I don't want to spoil. So I think that's one thing that's kind of missing here, and like Onward and Soul and a couple other Pixar movies, there are just so many big Pixar movies that are much larger than this that I think it gets a little buried, and I think it doesn't really reach the grandest potential that I think it could have. Even though I said I like the intimate story, I like that setting, I do think that it's not as big or as large as some of these other Pixar movies, and that kind of takes away from it a little bit. I feel almost like some of Luca's potential wasn't quite reached as a movie, so I would have loved to see it maybe hit that height toward the end, that where it's just like boom, large, but at the same time, still thoroughly enjoyed this movie. Guys, if I had to give a rating for Luca, I would give Luca an 8.5 out of 10. I have a really great time on this outing. I thought it was a fantastic movie. Great message. It's small, intimate, but at the same time, incredibly joyous. This great fish out of water story where one character is learning everything and exploring things with the character who has explored a lot but isn't quite well versed, and then another character who is well versed in being a human and can introduce them into the world that they're in. Guys, I loved this movie, and I definitely recommend you check it out as well. If you're new here to Geekly Goods and you like this video, hit that subscribe button for your boy Leo Rydell, because hey, we love ya, and here we're building community together. Big shout out to Disney Plus. Thank you so much for sending this to me early, and guys, we'll see you next time on Geekly Goods.